oil terminal.
The attacks come as Kyiv continues to face massive air assaults from Russian forces.
Germany's foreign minister has issued a warning to supporters of the ousted Syrian government involved in atrocities, cautioning them against seeking refuge in Germany.
The statement comes in the wake of recent political changes in Syria and emphasizes Germany's commitment to justice.
At least 11 people have died in the French territory of Mayotte after Cyclone Cheeto caused devastating damage.
The death toll may rise to nearly 1,000 as rescue efforts continue in the Indian Ocean island.
Former President Trump has appointed Devin Nunes, the CEO of Truth Social, to lead an intelligence board.
This move comes as part of Trump's preparations for a return to the White House. Nunes, a former congressman, has been a staunch ally of Trump and has experience serving on the House Intelligence Committee.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guests and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
No. No coffee for you. Coffee for closers. I don't like that.
Damn good coffee and hot.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
White. Who's the white guy?
My dog is your mind's best friend.
No, who's the white guy?
Wake up, America.
Well,
you've got a dog that needs walking.
Who's the Tuck Rat Man?
That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about Kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy.
I got
Time for
You
coffee
got.
with a dog.
We got.
You make me laugh.
You give me. Good morning. It's maybe I spoke too soon. Not a good morning. A bad morning. Every morning's a bad morning. Morning is a bad time of day. It should always be evening. Always. No daytime ever again. Maybe I didn't think that through. I don't think it through. Good morning, bad morning, some morning. How are you? It's Tuesday. I'm sick. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just, I don't want to be sick. I'd rather be dead than sick. This is all I want out of life. All I ask of life is for it to be over. But no, I used to be the kind of guy who got colds constantly. I haven't had one in a long time. I think probably since COVID. This is not COVID. I don't think it's COVID. It doesn't feel like COVID. It feels like a cold. But I almost called in sick today. But then I realized I got nobody to call into. I'm going to call myself and say, yeah, I'm sick. And then you wouldn't have the benefit of this wonderful show. That was funny, right? Come on. That was kind of funny. Anyway, we have a show for you today with an author. An author? Really? Well, since when do we talk to authors? Yeah, I'm going to have a running nose all day. So if you see me with snot rags running up to my face, I'm Aqualung. Snot running down his nose. Yeah, we have an author, Ronnie Robbins. R.R. That's a kind of commercialized name. Ronnie Robbins. Yeah, Ronnie Robbins. It's almost like Tony Robbins, but a Ronnie. Excuse me. I'm going to have a runny nose here. Anyway, her book is called Hands of Gold. It's kind of, you can sing Heart of Gold to Hands of Gold to Heart of Gold, but it's not that. It's one man's looking for a silver lining, search for a silver lining in misfortune. And that probably is what I should learn to do. Look, I'm crying. It's a tearing eye. He's crying. He must be Jordan Peterson. I'm taking my whole Jordan Peterson thing to a new level. Anyway, that's one guest today. And that was in the first hour. So it might be a short show today. I might, as soon as that guest leaves, I might just hand it off to GD or Steven or Ron or whoever wants to just talk to you while I go die. In the meantime, I have people working in the house might be interrupting me and asking questions that I can't answer. So that's what you can expect today. I hope you're feeling better than I am. I feel like shit. I probably smell like shit too, so just that. I should tell you about a sponsor, right? You care about a sponsor? You know what? I just found out that Minucci's is in the way of my Mind Dog is your mind's best friend. So I wonder if they're a
Welcome
sponsor.
to Minucci's.
No, they're just saying welcome. I guess it's time to eat. Anyway, who is our sponsor today? Johnny? Johnny? Johnny is our off-air announcer. And our sponsor for today, let's see, who is it? I forgot who it was. I had one planned for you. We'll just go with Mind Bloom because my mind needs to be bloomed.
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches, we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less.
Medication,
a lot more convenient for people to receive.
Medications and meditations. I meditated on my medicated. Good morning. In the room with me now are Ron. I don't have the sniffles cane. Stephen, I also smell like shit, Stephen, the sitcom Ortiz. And GD, I point at cups and say stupid shit. Henderson.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. I'm pointing at my cup to say some stupid shit. There's your ability to buy gifts or afford gifts this time of year leave you feeling like a broke? Well, feel that no more. Here are some free gifts that you can give to your people. Just share our thing, our promotion, and you can win free tickets. And even if you can't win those, even if you can't use those tickets to that show, you can give them to someone who can. Spirit of giving. Give the gift that gives on giving. Give a shit and give a gift.
Give a shit.
Give a shit and give a gift. MindDogTV.com. Enjoy the suffering. Support your local mercenaries.
I did a good deed yesterday.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
That's
not that good. Not that. No,
Did you shoot down the drone?
No.
Drag it into the water?
No, nothing on that level. Surfer Phil came over to do a good deed. He came over to bring me bags and bags of dog food. He keeps explaining to me why he has extra dog food to give away. And
he's kidnapping dogs and selling them for ransom for dog food?
Could be. I actually don't listen. I've never listened to the explanation. I ask him, and then I tune out as soon as he starts talking. So I don't know.
It's kind of like when I open my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, you old sick fuckers. How are you?
How come you're? What are you like in the warm California sun? Are you out there having fun in the warm California sun? Da-da-da.
Like gasoline, you wanna pump me? I don't know. Is that Beach Boys? Probably. Hey, what's up, guys?
No, it's not. Why are you? Why is the sun shining on your head like you're in Antarctica?
It's the time of year, I guess. It's almost gone.
Not shining on my head.
You're in a basement. It looks like
a bunker.
No, I'm not in a basement. You see, It looks like, but I'm in ICU. I'm dying. I'm dying, boy. No, the good deed I did was I turned Surfer Phil on to Anthony Jeselnik. He had never heard of him before, and I made him watch a special, and he laughed one ball off. He laughed one ball off. He's going to laugh the other balls off today, the other ball, when he watches Anthony's other work. So.
No, that's good. You know what? You did a very good deed, Matt. Because the world needs.
Good.
It's a very good deed. Jeselnik needs all the support, man. He's a good guy. Bad guy, good guy. I don't know. I'm drinking coffee today. I'm really wired.
Why?
Because he ran out of Coke.
Oh.
I'm too broke for Coke. I don't know. I guess maybe it's just my age. I'm almost 34, and I just had a hankering for coffee. I know I'm like half your guys' age. I'm sorry, but
I wish
Are
I
you
was
drinking
almost
Dr.
34.
Bob? Is that what you're drinking,
this is-
Dr. Bob?
No, I'm drinking Dunkin' Dark Brew.
Oh, that's not even.
Sugar
I don't
milk.
even know. That's not even.
That's not even coffee.
That's not even. I don't.
No,
know.
I made it myself. It was in the coffee maker.
That's not even, I don't know.
Fucking God.
I don't know if they serve Dunkin' at Minucci's. I don't think they do.
It's not strong enough.
Yeah. So Trump is not going to New Jersey because he's afraid of the drones. He had a trip scheduled to Bedminster, New Jersey, but he's afraid of the drones, so he's not going. How about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like he was. I don't. He made a statement about the drone saying basically the exact opposite of what
he said. Shot them down.
Well, yeah, he shot him down, and he said he said the government knows what they are. It's strange. Blah 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 blah. I'm just like, dude.
But it doesn't seem very alpha to me. If you're an alpha guy, you don't get scared away by the drones.
Right. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. He has robot dogs walking around fucking Florida.
I got NFTs where I look like a Marvel guy. Bring on the drones.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, I know that DC has a no-fly thing over the White House. But, yeah, I know we do. I don't know what y'all can do about it because it's not me. But
I don't hear no echo. I think Steven, that's a problem with Steven.
That's a double negative. You do hear it.
It's between his ears. It gets in there and it bounces.
I muted myself and the echo continued. I think it's your headphones.
It's between your ears. It just gets in there and bounces around. You got to do this. And it will
Welcome to Minucci's.
I heard Minucci's when I did that. What the fuck?
See, Minucci's is in your head.
Yeah, so what we can do to keep Donald Trump out of the White House is to just have balloon drones hovering over the White House, because you can't really have real drones flying over there. That would be illegal. But I don't know, but I think you can have balloons that look like drones flying over the White House, and then Trump won't go near there.
Fair enough. Good idea.
Or better yet, have those laser lights that make those crazy little designs in the sky, and that way you can do them from off. Nobody can touch you with that. You can go like off the grounds and shine them up over the White House and make it look like drones are flying all over the place.
But then he'd be like, YMC. You know. I don't do
No,
that.
but make the lights look like drones. You know how you can make those little art things so they have like the little squiggly designs and drawing and stuff like that.
All right. One thing I was going to get me in trouble. If my wife is listening, please don't listen now. Just go talk to the guys working downstairs or something.
That'll stop her from listening.
Yeah, that will.
And please don't listen. I'm about to say something I don't want you to hear.
Right.
Okay, I'll leave. Says no woman ever.
Right. So, if you're aware, yesterday there was a school shooting. It's like we are at a place where, another school shooting. It doesn't even faze us anymore.
I know, it's fucked up. It should faze us, but it fucking doesn't.
Well, hey, remember, the body count is under 10, so this is considered an acceptable loss.
Okay.
Yeah, and for a mass shooting, it has to be 4 people?
I didn't say mass.
No, I'm just saying. So it's not a mass shooting, which is good news.
A mass shooting has to be at a church, a Catholic church, or a satanic church, right? Black masses. But it wasn't that. But they're trying.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just keep interrupting me. I got a runny nose. My nose is running out.
Wow, rub it in that your nose can do what I can't. Appreciate that. Back to you,
man. They're trying to blame it on the fact that the kid who did the shooting apparently is a trans person or whatever. And they're saying that and it was a Christian school, which is kind of weird now. Somebody said that all the killings were done by this year were done by trans people. All the school killings were done by trans people. That's like Twitter. Do a fact check on this. A community notes or something. It's just a lie. But it strikes me as odd that a teenage trans person would be going to a Christian school in the first place.
It's not that weird.
I think we have to applaud white guys in this scenario because, I mean, she really changed the game up. A 15-year-old female instead of just another normal white guy. The white guy's got to be like,
but still,
but she's transitioned to just a normal white guy.
Yeah, see, that's still kind of.
But
it's
yeah,
still
that
kind of
we don't know that. We don't even know if that's true yet, though.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, consider it not to be true or whatever you want. The thing I'm getting at is somebody posted on Twitter because it's a Christian school. Make no mistake about this, Christianity is under attack. And I'm like, if you believe, you must not truly believe in the cause, because if you believe in the most superhero ever, you don't care if you're under attack. You don't need to go on Twitter. You got somebody Marvel won't even touch for a movie. This guy is the superhero of all superhero time. Why are you even worried? He's like, come on, bring on the attacks if that's truly what you believe. So either you don't believe that.
Just for clarification, are you talking about Donald Trump or Jesus? Because they're Christians, but I'm not sure which God
they're not the same. I thought it was the Holy Doubly or the Holy, not Trinity.
The Holy Quad.
The Holy Trump, Density. The Holy
Trump
Density.
Is a double wide. Yeah, Trump is a double wide, so he counts for two of the Trinity.
Father.
Well, here, let me check my Bible that I have here.
That's your porn.
Well,
it's just
kind of like
it's a one-page
green screen Bible. Yeah.
It says press inwards and up to open up the backside. So there you go. That's in Proverbs 22.
That sounds like a sex manual, Ron. That sounds like your Kana Sutra.
My backside is wide open.
It's user manual for Motel Mouse.
I'm just for a programming note here, I'm calling in sick for tonight. I'm not doing any painting dopey show tonight. I'm going to be laying
Can't you
down.
just paint mucus? Can't you just go like this?
I could. A one color yellowish green.
Well, I was going to say, you could accent your painting, like start painting it, get it nice, just
Starry Night.
Yeah.
I could do that, but I'm not. But the thing is, I'm already a little feverish and feeling like I'm going to fall down. I'm in a chair and I'm going to fall down. So,
dude, isn't that the weirdest feeling when you're in a chair, but you still feel like you're going to fall down? That's why I don't like to drink. Dude, it's a weird feeling when you're drinking and you're wheeling around, you're sitting, but you still feel like I'm going to go over. Oh, God, that's fucking horrible.
Right.
Do you ever,
did
you drink?
Did I say that too?
When you drink, Steven, do you ever tell yourself, like, I can walk now?
It has happened a couple times. I've discovered when I'm drunk and I fall, I really don't like having help up. So instead of being helped up, I'll wrestle you to the ground. So yeah, I don't drink anymore. I don't do that.
When was the last time any of you guys had a cold? A normal head cold? It was before COVID, right?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, before COVID.
Yeah, it's like they kind of COVID kind of killed all the head colds until today.
Well,
I get
my kids get regular colds, but
that's the thing. See, you know when you get something like this, you always look to who blame it on somebody. Who gave me this fucking thing? And my grandson moved in a week ago. So my stepdaughter and my son moved in. That's he brought this home from his school. It's like you can't have kids around. Kids are this. Kids make my nose run.
Yeah, kids are fucking disgusting. All right, they're fucking gross. They eat boogers. They don't wipe well. They leave stuff everywhere. They poop and pee everywhere.
Or we need another wave of COVID just to kill off all the head colds.
Well, I say that we take a page from the Nazis and say, kids will not replace us. Kids will not replace us.
Maybe the school shooter was maybe she was being proactive and just taking out all the COVID carriers. I'm sorry. That was
She
terrible.
took out 2 people, right? A teacher and a student. And the thing I come to this.
Most likely herself.
She calls herself antibiotics.
Wait, what? She shot herself? I didn't.
It appears the reason why I'm saying that is because the police keep saying this in their report over and over again. We never shot a fight. We never fired a shot. We never fired a shot.
Shot a fight, you said.
Yeah, I know.
I think I did that about a couple of days ago.
We never fired a shot. And they made sure they said that. So either they stabbed her, hit her with a rock, or clubbed her with her back end, but she's dead.
Really?
Yeah, they're desperately hoping that she was trans, especially after the Trump shooter at Butler, because he didn't fit the person they needed. He wasn't brown. He wasn't trans.
It never fits the
narrative. And the would-be shooter in Florida, the guy they caught through the fence.
Yep, another old white guy didn't fit the narrative.
Yeah,
but now do they have to change the name of the school from Abundant Life to Most of Us Alive, or a lot of life?
Abundant Life to Mostly Alive.
Yeah,
there's a part of me that would love to see the police chief get out there and just go, "Where's your God now?" Then end the press conference.
But he has to do it like the guy from the 10 Commandments. Where's your God now? See? Nah.
The guy, Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah, Edward G. Robinson.
Who was he playing?
Was he playing Pharaoh's servant boy?
That's so weird casting. I want to meet the casting director. I mean, obviously, I will soon. That's just the weirdest casting. Who do we get to play Pharaoh? The guy the frog. Let's get the frog. Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. I don't know. This is my frog reference here. There used to be a cartoon when I was a kid, and the frog was based on Edward G. Robinson. The frog was. Hey, froggy, hey. Yeah.
What time was Ronnie supposed to be here?
About 10 minutes ago.
God damn it. We gotta start asking for a deposit, man. Oh, wait.
There's Edward G. Robinson.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's Edward G. Robinson. See, yeah.
He played Dathan.
Huh?
He played Dathan.
Oh.
So he was just like a whip master. I guess he would be like back in the slave days, there was like a whip master whose job, a taskmaster. That's it. That's who he probably was.
There was a monkey, right? In Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse, the frog had like a monkey sidekick. I can't remember his name. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. I could just make up a name and everybody say, yeah, that's right.
His name's Ralph Cappuccino.
Ronnie Robbins is the I'm sorry, that's terrible. I'm blaming it on the head cold. It's all the head cold.
Well,
this damn nose won't.
Maybe Ronnie's feet turned to gold and she couldn't drag him across the floor to get here, or he.
Sending your parents a letter, tell them you're a whore.
Yeah, it's just one nostril that's running like, and the odd thing is, the guy's here to fix the running water or the hot water, but I have one nostril that's running like it's better than my plumbing in the house.
He's in your shower now. He's like, come in here, I'll show you how hot the water is.
Mucus shower. I don't know. That's probably gross. Probably gross. So maybe we have no guest today. Would that break your heart that we can't get to talk to an author about a man who is looking for a silver lining in misfortune?
Listen, finding a silver lining in misfortune has been my entire existence.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of misfortune do you have? You lost $1 or something? You lost a penny? What happened? Yeah.
I live in a constant state of misfortune. Let's see. In the last month,
I mean, like, what happened? Did somebody piss in your Cheerios? I'm sorry.
In the last month, I've been hospitalized. I lost my Medicaid.
You lost your Medicaid? Did you look under the couch?
No, they took it. I had to reapply.
Why? Why? Because they saw you on this show and they said, no, you're working for a living.
No,
then you had to explain to them that you haven't been paid in the last 19 months.
So what happened was in August, I had my yearly review to make sure I'm still crippled, right? So I did that, re-verified my bank accounts, went to the doctor, did everything normal.
Imagine if you went in for oh, you're still crippled and you were doing like fucking cartwheels
Dude,
and
I
shit.
know, right? So everything's cool, and then randomly at the beginning of October, I get a phone call saying, "Oh, well, we're putting your case back in review. You need to verify this bank account was closed a year ago." I didn't even remember the fucking bank account that they're talking about. I went to the bank, found it, sent it in. They're like, "Nope, too late. Got to reapply now." So, been nuts. Yeah.
So that doesn't sound like misfortune, though. That just sounds like a
misfortune. We lost $3,000 in income. Which was most of our income for our family. So
wow. All right.
More than half.
I guess that's.
But silver lining. I haven't found it yet, but I'll let you know.
We were waiting. We thought there might.
Matt, you were kind of right about Chauncey Flatface Frog's henchman. It was Harry Gorilla.
Harry the Hairy Ape.
Yeah, Harry Gorilla. Yeah, that was his name.
Harry Gorilla. Yeah, Harry say, man, the whole Edward G. Robinson. Now, not only in the Ten Commandments or whatever, but in that cartoon, somebody said, "Who do we cast as this fucking frog?" I got it. Ooh, just Edward G. Robinson. Like, no. How'd that guy ever get any work? And
I'm not sure if he actually did the voice though.
No,
it says he didn't do the voice. They just based the voice on him, but he wasn't. He didn't do the voice.
It was a different time in Hollywood too.
Yeah. No, they like basically cast Italian guys as Poospatuck Indians and stuff. Like, who the fuck would do that? I don't know. So I guess no author today. I guess I'll just go back to bed and let you guys do whatever you do. And
the production company was called Trans Artists. I did not know that.
What?
The production company for Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. It was called Trans Artists.
Wow.
Yeah, they were progressive. Did not know that.
Can we get Courageous Cat on the program? And there were a lot of. What about Top Cat? I
remember Top Cat.
The indestructible. No, it's something Top Cat. Not indestructible. What was Top Cat in the song? Now the song was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool. Bippy boppy boopity bip, boppy little jazz number, right? Top Cat. A lot of guitar players.
Yeah.
But what was he? What was the line? The Top Cat, da 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 da, Top Cat, and I don't know what the da 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 part. You don't know. You're the Top Cat expert here. You're the Courageous Cat and Top Cat expert. Were there more cats in cartoons? Top Cat, Courageous Cat.
Let me see. Here it goes.
Fritz the Cat.
Top Cat, the most effectual. Top Cat, who's intellectual. Close friends get to call him TC.
The transsexual. Top Cat.
Top
Bottom Cat.
The indisputable leader of the gang. He's the boss. He's a VIP. He's a championship. He's the most top cat.
He's most tip top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fritz the Cat. Now, Steven, are you aware of Fritz the Cat?
No idea who Fritz the Cat is.
Back in the day, when we were experimenting, we were going from Dad had what they called stag films that you had to break into his cabinet, and then somewhere in the 60s they said, you know what, we could put this on the big screen and we'll just call it XXX movies. And then somewhere like 69, sounds like a nice round number, they said it would be great cartoon porn, and Fritz the Cat was the first XXX cartoon full featured movie. Ron knows all about it, right? Tell us about it.
So this is the originator of hentai?
I've seen that terrible movie. Yes, I've seen that terrible movie.
Yeah.
Did you look at it as art, or did you look at it as history, or did you look at it as possible spank material and then get disappointed?
It was comedy, right?
It was supposed to be, but like when I seen it, it was probably at the time when I seen it. Yeah, I was probably looking for like nudity or some type of sex, but then it was just never very good. And then when I got older, I got to see the Robert Crumb's documentary called Crumb, which is very good. And he talks about how much he hated the film because they turned it into something that he did not want. And,
is
blah,
there a
blah.
director's cut available then? Does that mean there's a
No,
director's cut available?
he fucking hates it. He fucking hates it. Bash.
Interesting. Now, this is interesting. Does comedy and porn mix at all? Can it? I mean, you could have like a joke here and there, but I don't think you could do a full on like. I don't know.
They make
like a full.
They make full on like satire and parody movies of like the Avengers and like they actually put like a little bit of a budget behind it.
It seemed to be a conflict of interest there because you don't want to fucking laugh while you're beating off, right? And porn is made for beating off. I'm just thinking. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah,
but
so
I think that's the purpose of.
You don't know how porn works. You freeze the spot. And when the mood hits you, you freeze the spot, or you fast forward to just sex scenes. You don't have to watch the action the whole time.
Well, that's why my biggest.
So wait, you're saying? Go ahead. Well, I'm just thinking you got jokes rolling, laughing. Oh, wait, well, let's get a good cum shot in here. Now go back to laughing.
No. So okay, let's say it's 90 minutes long. You're watching through it, and in 10 minutes in, there's this great sex scene. So you like bookmark it, or what do you call it? You mark it 10 minutes, and then you watch the whole movie. You get where all the spots are, and then when you're going to whack off, you go back. Let's say fast forward to scene 3, 10 minutes in, bam! You go straight to the. What do you mean too much work? What if you're analytical like that?
They didn't teach this when I was in school. They should have taught this when I was in school.
How do you young people do that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you're telling me it's too much work. I'm just
I find a thumbnail that I like. I say, "Ooh, nice vagina." I click.
I think CD was kind of referencing something they called a VCR.
No, actually, I was thinking of a Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
I was thinking of a Blu-ray disc, but okay.
All right, Sam. You have the remote control and not like you're like
one. That's a lot of work, and two,
on your
laughing
phone
while orgasming sounds like a scary proposition. My biggest fear is being raped by a clown for that reason. So
yeah, well. Look what I could do.
Thanks for making me feel insecure at 9:32 in the fucking morning. I can't do that, and my dick is tiny.
Wow. There's one thing I didn't know, and that was that you couldn't do that.
Right?
But so I don't think it's a good thing to condition yourself to laugh while coming because it could get awkward.
I don't know. That might be fun. Think about it. You're with the chick, and you're like, "Yeah, baby, I'm about to."
It depends on your laugh. If you laugh like Tucker Carlson, it could be off-putting. Or if you laugh like this, yeah. Or if you laugh like this,
you could do a joke.
Who laughs like that? Who laugh? Who's that?
I'm just saying. Depends on the laugh. The laugh can sound really sinister, really crazy. The laugh could be scary.
Simon Bar Sinister, you're saying. Simon,
yeah.
That's another cartoon reference. I'm full of cartoon references here this morning.
Is that how Forrest Gump comes?
I think it's because you're sick and you want to be like when you were a kid and you got sick, you could stay home in bed, watch cartoons, and have your mother do your soup.
Close. When I was a kid, I'd stay home and I'd watch Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and whack off all day.
Damn.
I know.
That's why your nose didn't run. Everything else was running.
See, when I was a kid, I watched Courageous Cat and whack off, but I guess that's the difference between
maybe if I whack off here, the nose won't run because there'll be no more fluid in me.
How did you guys follow traffic signals when it was black and white?
How do we do what now?
How'd you follow traffic signals when the world was black and white?
Location. See, this is something they didn't teach you in driver's ed. But traffic lights, even if you don't know what color they are, they have a certain location universally across the country.
Well, Ian,
green is on the bottom, yellow's in the middle, red's on top. Now, if it's
his hands were soft and supple.
If the lights are horizontal, it's the same thing. They have assigned positions.
Ian is back in the chat room. We miss you, Ian. I don't know what's going on with you, but you're leaving us alone here. And certain people who have just like flooded the chat room seem to have gotten their. Maybe they heard some bad reviews or something.
They heard Ian was coming. They said we better get the fuck
That's
out of
what's
here.
weird. Is every time Ian's here, the other
All-
people are gone.
All those other people. Is he all those other people at once?
No.
My eyes are running now.
Yeah,
I'm
Ian
tearing up.
says that you have COVID-19. No D. You have no D.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. You have no D.
He needs the D.
Yeah.
Louis Covey was a heroin addict. I knew when I was a kid. Yeah, he's no longer with us.
I think the delirium.
He died at 19.
More and more delirium sets in, the more and more tales we're going to have from the crypt. I mean, from his youth. It's just. I remember back in 36.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people.
Wasn't 39.
A lot of people on their deathbed have these kind of life flashing before their eyes moments.
My first school mom had a really nice pointed bra. I remember. She'd stand by the window.
I knew I didn't want to wake up today.
What?
I knew I didn't want to wake up today. I really didn't sleep. I was like holding tissues to my nose all night. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
You're doing it wrong, man. You don't see. You don't sleep on the tissue like this. Just lay your head over the box so you just drip into the Kleenex. You don't have to keep rubbing it. Just let it drip right into the Kleenex.
Well, I didn't mention any brand, but we don't have a sponsor, so I wouldn't say that name.
So I was using it. I was using it in the generic term, like when people you go to a restaurant and say, "What do you want to drink?" You say Coke. It says, "Okay, Pepsi it is." Well, what do you want? I want a Coke. It's RC. It is.
I can't. Okay. I can't deal with traditional tissues. I need industrial strength paper towels. That's what I need to soak up all my Pacific Ocean full of snot.
So you need that Dollar General shit. The Dollar General 9-ply sandpaper.
No, you go on Industrial Supply Corp website and you buy like Sandpaper Plus.
Or the brown stuff that's in the men's room that you just rip, that long brown roll, just get that off.
Yeah.
For your nose.
Devin Nunes in charge of intelligence. How about that?
Mm.
He ran Truth Social into the ground, so why not? Why not put him in charge of something really important? All right. Well, that's one way to end the show. Thanks for coming, folks.
I just think it's crazy.
I don't know if I told you guys, but I have a little bit of a head cold. That's what's going on here.
A little bit. That's okay, man. You'll get better.
I don't know. I hope not. I hope I don't get
better. There was an interview with the mayor, one of the mayors in New Jersey. They were talking about the drone last night. I didn't get to watch it. I forgot. I paused it, went to the bathroom. When I came back, I started doing something else, and I forgot to watch the rest of it. Anybody? What's the update on the drones in Jersey? Are they still there?
The updates on Jersey are the state is calling for help from DHS and the DOD. They're not getting it yet. The government is doubling down on we don't know anything about anything. Trump said the opposite. So now there's a bigger distrust in the government that's happening.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is. All right, man.
You think it's Rudy Giuliani looking for places to get rid of more bodies?
It's Chris Christie's cholesterol.
It's a trans person looking for a bathroom.
Okay.
No, Nancy May. The reason I said it is because Nancy Mace came out and said it's either aliens from another planet. Oh Jesus! This is somebody in the government, or somebody saying this. What'd she say? Either I think she said, or like Iranian spies or something.
How about Iranian aliens coming from another planet?
No, it's definitely trans people looking for a bathroom because she won't let them go in a regular bathroom. Let them pee. That's what I say. That was the Beatles' last album, Let Them Pee.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, whatever she said. Yeah, either aliens from another. Now, do you have to say it's kind of like ATM machine? Isn't the from another planet kind of redundant when you say aliens?
Yeah.
No, because it could be from another asteroid.
All right, that's fair. Or another country like south of the border or something. Whoa, what the hell is that? I'm sorry, I got a little.
When you get a dick pic live on the air.
So do you think this drone thing will go away after the inauguration, or is it just going to keep going on?
I don't know, honestly, because it's the thing is I don't see what the political advantage for one side or the other would be to have the drones around.
To blame it on the other side. Oh, look, they're weak on security. Look.
Okay, I mean, granted, they are saying that, so I guess it could be something put together just for political gain. So I don't know.
It's all Joe Biden trying to weaponize. Now, Merchan rejected Trump's claim for immunity and said his conviction still stands. But what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? They're not going to sentence him. They're going to wait until he's done to sentence him.
They could sentence him and say that it is to be carried out once he leaves the White House, right?
That's bad. That's a dumb strategy.
I know.
That's saying do another January 6th. I mean, don't leave. Once you're in, don't ever get out. Do everything you can because the minute you get out, you're going to jail. He's never giving it up then.
Or they could give him weekend jail, right? House arrest. He has to stay in the Capitol. He has to stay in the White House. House arrest.
I think that's his plan anyway.
No, he hates it in the White House because there's those golf courses.
Oh.
I can't wait to see once his dementia gets even worse. I want to see the conservatives dance around how he's competent and
Steve Bannon saying he's going to run again in 28. Like he barely can walk. He's not running 4 years from now. He's basically going to be trying to write his name in feces on the wall. In 28,
that also presupposes that they don't take that somebody doesn't take him up before then, because let's face it, they got what they want. They got somebody in, but Trump is too transactional,
right?
And they want somebody they can rely on. He's unpredictable. They want if their money.
The unpredictable top cat.
Yeah. But the only billionaire making money off of Trump right now is Elon Musk as of right now. Well, I shouldn't say because Elon Musk, he spent $275 million to get Trump elected. He's already made
I think more than that,
$200 billion since then, I think.
That's pretty cheap for a president. I didn't know, 75 million is pretty cheap.
$275 million.
Oh. It's still pretty cheap.
But his wealth has gone up 2.7 billion.
That's weird. Now, what is he making money off of? Because Tesla's
maybe Dogecoin, maybe he's.
I don't follow that. It could be.
I don't know.
Could be because Tesla stock is down. I don't know.
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other thing, because Tesla and Elon Musk are being criminally investigated for their cars because of the accidents that they caused.
Right.
And
you know what we haven't heard from you in a while? The Constitution.
The Constitution doesn't drive the cars.
No, but I just miss you saying the Constitution. That's all.
Okay.
Christ, did a cow shit in here?
Did she say Constitution? In here? What? There seem to be a lot of people in the government who still think there are checks and balances and like Congress matters and there's anything that can be done to stop this Nazi invasion. The only thing that's going to stop it is the complete destruction. It's going to be like Berlin in 1945. That's where the end game is here. That's where we're going. In case people don't know, I hate to be a spoiler, but that's where we're headed. Berlin, 1945. So, all right, let's the party begin.
Argentina?
But you don't like Nazis. Do you really want to go there?
Well,
but I did like the movie Yellow Submarine, and so that Argentina is kind of reminiscent of that.
Sing. Could you sing from Evita? Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. We'll wait.
Sure, we could. We could do a 3-part harmony.
3-part harmony with all 4 of us. Yeah, that would be good.
Well, I thought you'd be listening. I thought you wanted us to sing.
Yeah, I was going to be leaving and go lay down and whatever you said.
Well, if you're leaving, we're not singing. We'd only be singing it for you. It's not like we go around thinking, let's sing Evita. No.
Where's my mucus box?
No.
Now, do you need a special box for your mucus, or can you just use any old?
Do you live alone? If you live alone, no. You do it anywhere you want.
I don't live alone, unfortunately. I'm going to die alone. Does that count for anything?
Yeah, it does.
They sent a flat earther to Antarctica, and he could for 24 hours. It blew his mind that the sun didn't set. So now he's not sure what to believe anymore. I find that amusing. You spend your whole life trying to feel like, yeah, Earth is flat. I got specialized knowledge you globetards don't get. And then he goes down there and it's like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And changes his whole worldview just like that. They should do that with all the flat earthers. It should be that easy to change the anti-science people's minds just by sending them someplace.
That's expensive. And then that's the case. I'm going to become a conspiracy theorist, and I'm going to say some stupid shit like, I don't think there's such a place as France. I don't think we've ever landed in France. And so they can send me to France so I can see the Eiffel Tower. I don't believe the Leaning Tower of Pisa is actually leaning. Okay.
I would just like to go on record that I don't believe there's such a place called Key West.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. That sounds like a good... and I think it would take a good 3 months there to convince me.
And I'm convinced that my wife wouldn't like it if I had sex with 17 strange women in the same week.
Wow. We got a lot of energy. See, me, I was thinking about this last night. I am like a dog that is too lazy to scratch his own balls. That's how lazy I am.
Well, I think the number
so
17
it's not that I don't think about sex. It's just that I don't have the ambition to do all that work.
That's why I stopped at 17. I know my limitations.
Oh. Now, what would happen after 17? You just lay down and die?
I'd be sore. I wouldn't be able to walk for a little bit.
This is so much better than watching chart reviews. Thank you.
That's John Beavers.
Yeah, I could tell by the name, Slaptail. Why did you say Slaptail Mouse? Wouldn't it be Slaptail Mouse? No, it's Dormouse. Slaptail.
Doing chart reviews.
He's a nurse practitioner.
What are chart reviews? I don't understand.
Oh, so he's at work.
He's reviewing medical charts.
Wow. He's like was he like a Green Beret or something? I think there's pictures on his like he looked like a.
If I remember correctly, I think Army.
What?
I think he was in the Army. Yeah.
Like a MASH unit. Like Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye.
Sure.
A lot of it's a kind of weird when you see military guys becoming comedians. I don't know if it's a new thing, but back in the day, that wasn't. You never saw people with a military mindset going into comedy, stand-up comedy.
Well,
now anybody, I guess.
It's like anything, though. Everything is a niche now because you got military guys, then you have teachers now, and I'm surprised there hasn't been a nurse tour yet. There may have been, but I'm surprised there isn't a doctors and nurses stand-up tour.
Well, the nurses don't really like the doctors. They work with them, but they don't. Outside of work, they don't really like them. Doctors.
I'm reading the comment: long-range surveillance and airborne infantry paratrooper. So basically, he flew drones over New Jersey. Long-range surveillance, right? That's what that means.
Now, I do know a number of firefighters that have gone into comedy. And law enforcement, police officers that have gone into comedy.
Oh yeah, police. Yeah.
Yeah. Got a lot of them. I think there are a few nurses too. We've had some nurses on the the one nurse that comes to mind. She was talking about finding her 13-year-old girl's vibrator, 13-year-old daughter's vibrator, and I was like, you know what? Maybe you're not going to be a very popular mom if you're going on public television, public radio, public internet radio, whatever, and talking about finding your daughter's vibrator. I don't think her classmates want that publicized. I don't think she's going to have an easy time at school with mom talking about that. And it turns out mom talks about that in her comedy act all the time, like his daughter's little masturbation routine.
Maybe it's a legacy vibrator, like it was her mom's before her and her mom's before her.
I wouldn't feel comfortable as a parent talking about that in any way, because you don't want to turn on any pervert.
Yeah, that's
and
super weird.
Yeah.
You know, she says to her daughter, says, "You're 13 now. This vibrator used to be mine, and it was given to me by my mother. It is now yours."
Wow.
And
Yeah, that's weird.
And you can give it to your daughter.
It smells like dead fish.
It's just it's weird to talk about it like in a comedy setting. It's just weird. Like I don't want to hear about.
It's weird for you because you have daughters and you're a man as far as we know.
No, if I had even if I had a son, like I don't like I'm good. I don't want to.
If I had a son, I definitely wouldn't want to talk about my daughter's masturbation.
I think I'm gonna start a comedy tour that's made up of all like cult member survivors. I think that would be a great comedy tour.
I know lots of them. I know.
So you said people who left the Trump cult?
No,
I don't think who's left the Trump cult? Nobody.
Then they made us wear these sneakers. I'm not a Nike guy. I'm a New Balance guy.
Wow. I don't.
They told us that the aliens needed quarters, but I had crypto.
As far as cults go, the one that I worked for was one of the bigger ones that had like a structure to it, because like the Moonies, and I've had a woman who was raised in the Sun Myung Moon cult. And that was huge. They had like, I think 60,000 members in the United States at one time.
Right.
But they didn't have like a serious structure like the cult that I worked for, where they had 1,200 full-time students who went to it like a university 4-year program.
So now we know there's something wrong with Carl, because we mentioned the word cult and we've been talking about it for 40 seconds and he hasn't shown up. Wasn't he our cult?
Is that your Beetlejuice for getting called to pop up? Is it say cult?
I thought that was. I thought he was our cult correspondent. Now, just out of curiosity, Matt, because you're our second leading authority on cults after Carl, are there cults? Once a cult disbands, do the people have to die? Because I'm thinking of all the cults that used to be cults that are no longer cults ended in death. I can't think of.
No.
The Moonies are still out there, so they didn't die, right?
No. Most of them, the leaders don't die. A few of them have gone to prison, like that Nixium guy, right?
I mean death as in like the members, not necessarily everyone, but there was like death following the cults.
Not really, no. No, a lot of them just get tired. Eventually, see, this is what is remarkable about the cult, the Trump cult. It doesn't seem like anybody is actually having an awakening moment to say, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm in a cult." You never see anybody have that moment where, but in most of the cults, like
except
even in Scientology.
There was like one guy in court who actually flipped and decided that I was on a cult. I was brainwashed, and that was like his defense. He still did
that's
time.
Right. That's right. There was one January 6th dude.
Right. He still did some time, but I don't think his sentence was as severe since he showed remorse.
You know, while we're talking about cults, this popped up on Reddit. And
looks like Carl. Looks like Carl. I can't see that. My eyes are just too.
This is a photo of a couple at the Westboro Baptist Church anti-LGBT convention. And
Not you,
I guess
man.
because the way that she's dressed, or I don't know what people are. But it does look very cultish. I mean, she's got that like Mennonite dress on, and I'm surprised she's not wearing the little hair bun thing.
Is she getting butt fucked through the hole in the back of the skirt?
Probably.
No, she would have to peg him. This is Westboro Baptist.
Oh, it's Westboro. Yeah, he's definitely the one getting pegged. He's definitely he's the bitch in the relationship for sure, guaranteed.
So is that a bulge in the front of her dress then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it could
big
be.
massive veiny cock.
Now,
right from his asshole.
Not to make it all back on the Trump stuff again, but Trump came out and he was talking about the number of rapes in the military. 2,600 reported, only 263 convictions.
And that's since Hegseth has been out. It's going to go up if he's in charge.
He's claiming that's because you put men and women together in the armed forces. And I just want to be very clear about this. Rape has always been a part of military life before there were even women in the military, and the majority of rapes, and I'm sorry if you're John Beaver, and this might upset you a little bit, because I've talked to several people who are in the armed forces or they spent their whole lives in the armed forces and are concerned with the issue of rape in the military. The majority of rapes in the military still, and since the dawn of mankind, since the dawn of military existence in all militaries, is male-on-male rape. It's just a fact. So the fact that the women are now, I think women have a humanizing effect on men. It will keep them from raping each other.
Well, here's a fun fact: in very conservative countries, man-on-man action is very rampant because it's so hard to get access to women, and all the dumb rules they have, like, wearing the burqas or the whatever. Yeah, like over in those very conservative countries, if you like man-on-man action, that is the place to go. And
the Greeks and the Romans didn't even have it wasn't even an issue. It was just kind of expected. If you were going to be in the military, be one of the soldiers and being put into war, that you're going to be butt fucking or getting butt fucked. It was
that's why if America would just confront its bisexuality, we would be in a much better place. Because as a country, we're very bi from.
All right, so I just want to be clear that I'm not coming to Levittown on January 24th. I just changed my mind. I don't know what it was.
We have professional sports, which is
stop looking at my dick when you say that.
Which is very homoerotic. Then the most
don't look at my ass either, kid. Don't stop looking at me.
And the most homoerotic is the WWE. Two oiled up men wearing scantily clad underwear, holding each other, getting each other oiled up.
David Monster, who has a gay wrestling character he invented called Rowdy Armstrong, and he's got books about just gay wrestling. So I think there is actually a gay wrestling, like whatever they call them, what organization. I asked him, what's the difference between gay wrestling and wrestling? They all seem pretty gay. He basically said there is no difference.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a wrestling fan, but you can't deny the homoeroticism of the.
You don't have to be wearing those tight pants and get all oiled up to fight somebody.
And a lot of about half the WWE guys now don't wear tight pants and don't oil up, which is refreshing and nice. But you can't deny it. It's definitely a little gay. I love it, but it's definitely a little gay.
Yeah, and the other reason that there are women wrestlers in that organization is so they don't appear so gay. They do so many things where they're trying to fight. Oh, this is not homoerotic or gay. It's like, dudes, it's okay. People are watching. Just admit you're bi. We get it. You want
He's doing a teabag off the top ropes.
It does really make me question Saudi Arabia's hetero street cred, because when WWE goes to Saudi Arabia, right, the women are not allowed to show anything. They have to be covered from ankle to fucking neck. They can't show their tits. They can't have their ass out. They can't have see-through nothing showing. But the guys come out and they're in fucking whitey tighties and oil. Yeah, like look, like this is how Saudi Arabia is. Just imagine them in turtlenecks and sweatpants. That's wrestling in Saudi Arabia when WWE goes.
That's
fucking
Photoshop,
wild.
right? That's Photoshop. No. That is not real. Like that is not a real Republican.
That's Twitter shop. I don't know. I don't
Chris
think it's
Christie's
Photoshop.
Lotion applier hanging
It
out.
looks like
Ron DeSantis, because that was Ron DeSantis, Carrie Lake, and the other woman. I'm not sure.
Laura Luni Lana Lupa.
Okay.
Luni Lapa Lipa, the one who handcuffs herself to doors and stuff. They're just so fucking crazy. This is the worst time.
Because that was too tall to be the actual Ron DeSantis. That's what gave me a clue that it was photoshopped.
Well, you don't know. Maybe they're both standing in sand, deep holes in sand, and Adam Ladd. They used to make his women in movie shots. They'd walk in a ditch. The leading ladies would stand in a ditch to make.
I think Bogart was similar to that because Bogart was only like 4'2". Also,
I did not 4'2".
And Tom Cruise is also like 4'11".
Give him a little credit. No, 5'1".
Like
Give him at least 5 foot. Right?
Yeah, he's at least 5.
Tom Cruise wears less, and he only works with dwarves, and he makes them stand in the ditches, and he stands on the box.
Hey, Robert Downey Jr. is also really short. That man wears like 4-inch platform shoes everywhere he goes.
Welcome to Minucci's.
All right. I didn't load up
reach Minucci.
Mucci Manucci. I did load up
Minucci.
I did load up news this morning, but I guess it went away. Somebody deleted my news.
Somebody? We're not even allowed to touch your news.
I haven't deleted anything. I moved all my stuff to the bottom for the sounds. I haven't deleted anything.
I limit myself to just touching.
Oh, here it is. Yeah,
I don't replace anything.
All right, I'll play news. I don't know. Maybe there's a time mix-up. I haven't heard from Ronnie. I don't think she's coming in the second hour. But I'll play news just so I can blow my nose and people can watch. Checking my email. Breaking news! Matt's checking his email.
People have died in the French territory of Mayotte after Cyclone Cheeto caused devastating damage.
The death toll may rise to nearly 1,000 as rescue efforts continue in the Indian Ocean island. The French Interior Ministry confirmed the casualties.
Remind me to mention it.
Emergency response efforts. The cyclone has caused extensive damage to infrastructure, leaving many residents without access to basic necessities. Liam White reporting.
Germany's foreign minister has issued a warning to supporters of the ousted Syrian government involved in atrocities, cautioning them against seeking refuge in Germany.
The statement comes in the wake of recent political changes in Syria and emphasizes Germany's commitment to justice. Those attempting to flee to Germany may face the full force of the law. The German government is working closely with international partners to ensure that individuals accused of human rights violations are held accountable. Joseph Eckerson reporting.
Ukrainian drone strikes on southern Russia have resulted in the death of a 9-year-old boy and set fire to a major oil terminal.
The attacks come as Kyiv continues to face massive air assaults from Russian forces. The escalation in cross-border incidents has raised concerns about a potential widening of the conflict. Both sides have reported significant civilian casualties and damage to critical infrastructure in recent days. International mediators are urgently calling for de-escalation. Benjamin Wright reporting.
Benjamin Wrong.
This is the latest news headlines.
Are we done? Are you done now?
Over the weekend, a rare tornado has touched down in California, causing what authorities are describing as extensive damage.
The unusual weather event has taken residents and meteorologists by surprise, as tornadoes are uncommon in the state. Emergency services have been deployed to assess the damage and provide assistance to affected communities. Climate scientists are studying the incident to determine if it may be linked to broader changes in weather patterns. Kevin Sanders reporting.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has successfully undergone hip replacement replacement surgery following an injury sustained during an official event.
The 84-year-old politician reportedly fell while navigating stairs in Luxembourg, prompting her hospitalization. According to her spokesperson, Pelosi is recovering well and is expected to return to her duties in good time. Pelosi's surgery comes at a critical moment as Congress prepares for year-end negotiations on government funding. Jessica Oakley reporting.
Former President Trump has appointed Devin Nunes, the CEO of Truth Social, to lead an intelligence board.
This move comes as part of Trump's preparations for a potential return to the White House. Nunes, a former congressman, has been a staunch ally of Trump and has experience serving on the House Intelligence Committee. The appointment has drawn mixed reactions from political observers and national security experts. Lawrence Keller reporting.
And that's the latest news headlines with Alan Edwards.
I got an email here. I forgot I even signed up for this. If we're still alive, and still doing this 3 months from now, we are one of the featured podcasts on the Podcastathon, which is a charity event in March, which has 1,200 podcasts participating in a week-long event of podcasting for different charities. Now they sent me a thing of which charities we want to support. You guys have any preferred charities, like people with legs or something?
What's on the list? What's on the list?
Every charity ever imaginable.
Really? So was it
people without legs, people with legs, people with big two cocks that are too big to have legs?
Is Riley's Children's Hospital on there?
We'll look for that. Why don't you send me that in like a text or an email or something so I remember. I'll you know what, I could send you guys I'll forward the email so you could look in.
Okay, yeah, just do that. Then I can. The reason I asked,
I think we could pick more than one. I think.
Okay. Yeah, because Riley's, I had like 22 of my surgeries there. I lived there for 2 years, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is SoGD Funny listed on there? LLC? I think that's a charity.
What is it? What's the
SoGD Funny LLC? I think that's because it's a nonprofit, so not by choice, but so if that's on there, I'll support that.
It's a 503c? No.
No, it's just not making money. It's a nonprofit.
Oh, that's not nonprofit. No, nonprofit.
Yeah, nonprofit. If you're not making money, it's a nonprofit.
That's called a failure.
No, it's a nonprofit.
Failure.
Nonprofit.
Not for profit.
It's only a failure if I file for bankruptcy. Then I've given up.
True.
That's for debt relief.
Sounds like my dog when my dog knows I'm wrong, but he won't tell me.
Somebody said on Facebook, what stage of monetization is your podcast at? I like the stage where the debtors are coming to take your shit. That's the stage I'm at. When it's just coming in, my couch is walking out the door right now with two young studs.
Now, am I the only one to notice that Steve says that's the sound his dog makes when he is wrong, but his dog doesn't want to tell him. So it's like your dog is smarter than you. It's like Stephen, you really got that all wrong. I don't want to be the one to tell you this. And how do you know that your dog knows this?
So yeah, that's it. And that was the show for today. We have no show. And you would think somebody like Ron would have some showbiz news. Steven gave up on that gamer news two episodes in. He gave up I can't do this. I'm just I don't know. I even not play games all day long. Anytime I'm not playing with my dick, I'm playing with my joystick. It's kind of guy.
I will be more than happy to bring it back.
No, you won't. You won't be more than happy.
Yeah, because you'll find out there's no real gamer news. So
yeah, and first of all, there's only happy. There's not more than happy. You can't be more than happy. There's no such thing.
I could be through the fucking stars and moon about it. I could be fucking ecstatic.
You can be more than happy. That's called an orgasm.
That's still happy.
What? I could come right now, and that would be way more than happy.
All right. Let's see. Come on.
Be able to get that poison out of you. It's therapeutic.
Yeah, man. That post-nut clarity.
Why is it poison? Why is it poison? It's in your body. If it's
well, let me explain to you why it's poison. Because the original Gay Man, which was based on Superman, instead of Lois Lane. There was Lois Lane, and in the very first episode, Lois Lane got bit in the dick by a snake, and Clark Kent had to suck the venom out, and that's how it became poison. Makes sense now, right?
No, leap tall cocks in a single bound.
Huh?
He can leap tall cocks in a single bound.
Yeah, that's.
But he doesn't want to leap on them. He just wants to leap on
Gay
them.
man.
Over them.
When there's an ass that needs fucking or a cock that needs sucking, gay man is there.
Okay.
Anyway. Great Caesar's Ghost. You remember that part of it?
It's
Great
the
Caesar's.
bottom. It's Superman. Sorry.
Yeah. Like the whole Great Caesar's. It's all Great Caligula's Ghost. Let's call it that.
But now, do I understand? The original Superman could not fly. That's why the things he could leap, but he could not fly.
Right.
And
he pulled down. He pulled down. A gay man pulled down your fly.
Okay.
And he had the big G on his shirt, not the S. Now,
no, he was Superman.
Wait a minute. Just think about this. When he was coming, Superman, I'm thinking, not gay man, but when he was coming from planet Krypton, they said, well, we're going to send him there. Let's put a big S on his shirt so people know he's
Super. It's not an S. It stands for hope.
It's not an S.
It stands for
hope.
hope.
It's not an S. That's their symbol for hope.
It's his family crest.
Yeah.
It just happens to look like an S for Superman.
It looks like an S to us.
That's convenient.
Lois
That's awfully convenient. Now, did they think of that before, or they just felt like stupid when somebody brought it up? Like, well, why would he have an S if he came from planet Krypton? And then they had to go back and it's his family crest.
Because it's not really an S. It's a swoop. It's not an S.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just like some of our letters look just like Russian letters, but they are not pronounced the same or even used in the same location in words.
It looks like an S to me.
It looks like an S. Artistically, it's meant to look like an S, but if you're talking canon, the story,
yes,
it's a symbol of hope. It's not an S.
Now, did that come out? That wasn't from the original black and white or in the comic books. That was from when they came out with the movies.
That was in the
had
comics.
To come up with an excuse that made sense.
That was in the comics in the 70s and 80s, I believe.
Yeah, well, that was way after Adventures of Superman. No, that's a fucking.
It may have come later, but now
fuck you. That's an S. Just fuck you. That's an S. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. Let me see here. Yeah. Adventures of Superman. That's an S, dude. That's an S. Don't tell me that's a family crest. That's an S. Man of Steel. Everything's S'd up. It's all S'd up.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are upset because Henry Cavill is not going to be Superman again.
You know what? First of all, I'm not upset. Okay. Second, he's probably going to end up as Wolverine. One of MCU's Wolverines. He's supposed to be in Captain America 4. We'll see if that's true or not.
Didn't they use him in Deadpool, the most recent Deadpool?
They did use him in Deadpool. Yep.
And he would be great as a Wolverine.
He has the look. He had the attitude. Oh yeah, that was dope.
I mean, to be honest, he was my favorite of the Supermen. You know, of the movie Superman. He was my favorite. Did
he fall off a horse and break his back?
No, that's the next episode. That's why he left. He didn't want to follow in that tradition. He wanted to be a hero that actually got to live at the end. So
I don't even know who this Henry Cavill guy is. This is how, and I know people know I am just an old piece of shit, ready to lay down and die type of guy. But I don't even know who he is. I've never.
He's everyone's favorite nerdy actor, Macho Man.
Not my favorite.
No, but like the general
yours
public.
too. He's everyone's. Yours
the
as
general
well.
public. He's a nerd. He plays computer games. Video games. Superhero nerd. Yeah.
And he has eyes to die for.
Maybe.
Are you guys still like on pins and needles from yesterday's enthralling interview with Jeffrey Weinstein? I mean, I'm good. Excuse me. That was a great comedic interview, right?
I think it'll go down in annals as one of the best.
Annals or anals?
Anal.
Both.
I had to think about it for a while after because this idea of I don't know I'm like a fucking pit bull when I get stuck on something like this, but excuse me, the idea that the left is being authoritarian, it's just fucking driving me fucking nuts. Like stop saying that. I mean, where? First of all, they're not even in charge of anything. The left isn't in charge. So how could they be authoritarian? Not even in, well, they say now Trudeau is, the rumor is he's going to be resigning. I don't know. I don't see too many people, because things are going bad in politics, leaders just resigning.
Well, we're still in the honeymoon stage. So that's why it's so easy to blame everybody. But, come February when things are starting to get fucked up, and their own people will be fucking mad as shit because we know the grocery prices aren't coming down. I mean, you'd have to be a moron to think if that was actually
probably going up, not just not coming down. They're probably going up.
Do these people not understand capitalism? That's what free market does. And when have you ever met any American corporation that said, you know what, we are going to lower our prices for our customers?
Right.
It's their fault. It's their fault that they're looters. Okay, it's their fault that people are looters. And here's the deal. When I first, and some of you are old enough to remember this.
I'm not.
My first 42-inch television set weighed about 500 pounds. Okay, it was fucking huge, and it took like 2 or 3 of us to bring it into the house.
Was it a console, and did it have a turntable?
No. This is just the straight up 42-inch Sony television set.
All right.
Okay, and it took 2 of us to lift and put into the case. If you're looting, that you're not grabbing one of those things. A computer back then weighed about 70, 80, 90 pounds. Now you can get like a desktop to do 10 times as much, but you can lift it like
Hold on. A computer, when your first color television came out, weighed about 30,000 pounds. Okay, now you can continue.
I'm talking about the one in your house, not the ones.
Even there were no computers in the house when your first color television came out.
Well, that was my first color television, my first 42-inch color television.
I'm sorry. I didn't get your inches.
That's okay. I wasn't giving you my inches.
All right.
But my first 42-inch color television set was huge. My first computer, back then, home computers were fucking huge. Now they got tablets this big that like weigh 4 pounds and they do 10 times as much. Right. And so when it's time to break into shit, if things were back like they were in the 70s, nobody be running down shit with the computer. Nobody be running down the street with a television set, because a 70-inch television set would take 5 people to carry it. You'd catch the looters. They made looting possible by making shit lighter and more portable. So it's them. I blame them. They made looting possible. Because back in the day when people looted, when people used to loot in the old days, they stole small things that they could carry, like toilet paper.
No, you have to bring your whole family with you. Joe Jackson would bring the entire 5, even the 6.
Well, this is
but back in the day when people looted, they stole toilet paper and canned goods. Now it's like, fuck a canned good, I can steal a tablet, and it weighs the same amount as a can of stewed tomatoes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's why you have people going into these Apple stores and shit and just ripping shit off.
But the irony of it is they lose the power cord and they're fucking stuck in a fucking airport for 3 days.
But now power cords are almost universal. I have like 19 power cords.
Not on a MacBook, they're not.
Well, no, that was the one smart thing about. But even now, they standardized a lot of things. The HDMI cables are now standardized. The SCSI cord, they made people standardize stuff. So I think even Apple had to standardize their power cords, didn't they?
Yeah, because I recently got a new phone, and now it's back to USB-C as the charger.
Yeah. And there's no law that says they had to do it, but it's some kind of code that they follow. So
well,
they
Europe
standardize.
actually Europe forced their hand because Europe went back to all the manufacturers and specifically went to Apple and said, you got to get on board with everybody else and make it universal. That way consumers don't need to buy, they don't need to buy extra plugs. And so they've just adopted that.
Apple was redesigning. Seemed like Apple was redesigning the course from model to model. If you had the Apple 14, well, I'm just making these numbers up. I'm not because I don't know. But let's say you had the Apple 10, and then you got to Apple 11. You had to buy a different cable, cords, and everything.
It was the same cord from the iPhone 1 to the iPhone 4S, and then from the iPhone 5 to the iPhone 14 was the same charger. Now from the 15 on, it's Type C. And but see, Apple still got around it because if you don't use an Apple USB Type-C cord, you risk damaging your phone. So they still scare everyone.
You know what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm doing right now, right?
I don't know, but I don't like that.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
No, but this is the universal hand gesture for 3-prong plug.
Oh. Okay.
Are you impressed?
No.
Yes.
No. Good. How did we get on talking about universal plugs? Oh, because I said lost the charger. Is that why?
Well, I think we're just talking about. Yeah, it could be. But then, I blame corporations for looting. They want to blame. It's because they made it possible. Not that looting wasn't done before, but they made it possible to now still big screen televisions and computers.
Yeah, you couldn't loot like a refrigerator, freezer. Like that would be tough to loot.
Well, but now they have
to go with a hand truck.
Even have small refrigerators now that you can run. Because even then, a small refrigerator used to weigh like 80, 90, 100 pounds because of all the workings in it. But now they've got so much is transistorized, and compressors are now smaller. You can grab a small refrigerator and run off with that as well. We couldn't do that before.
So when do you think people start looting grocery stores? Because we're going to get to a point where prices will break people, and it seems like it's been teetering for a while. So eventually, people will start looting grocery stores more and more.
Will they be wearing red hats when they do that, or not?
Maybe.
No, it'll be people of all political parties doing it. But
but I'm just kind of thinking like you don't want to get caught looting with your red hat on. You want to be able to blame it on the libs, right?
But if you are a lib, you want to wear a red hat.
Good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. That's true. If you're if you're wearing a red hat, you're not really a Trumper. But if you're not wearing a red hat, you are a Trumper.
Unless you're a red hatter and you want people to think that you're a lib, so you wear your red hat.
I'm all confused now.
That's the whole point. They want the chaos. All
right. Elon Musk.
To answer your question, Ron, I think people have already started looting grocery stores. Don't they do those little flash? And like that guy you show when he's like dumping the flour and the milk, I think he's actually a distraction. They're stealing shit from the other aisles while they're watching him go, I've got powdered milk, I've got powdered sugar, and everybody's watching him, and meanwhile everybody's in the back going like, I'm stealing bread and lunch meat.
Maybe
that's my theory.
I just want to cut. When we asked the pizza lady about what works on TikTok, ASMR, which is like automatic sensory memory response or something, right? How do you trigger that in a video? How do you plan on? I mean, she was talking about the sound of cutting pizza with like sensory memory response.
Yeah.
How do you plan on? And where does that come in with like dumping milk on yourself? Not everybody has that sensory memory, right? I mean, unless everybody's doing it, and I'm just not aware.
It triggers something. Besides the ASMR effect, it also triggers something mentally. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people really enjoy it.
But how do you plan for that? I mean, so if I wanted to find something from this nonsense to put on TikTok, how do I find something that triggers auto?
No, that's easy. That's easy. What you tell AI to look for something that GD said that he thinks is funny, and then the silence after that would be the ASMR moment.
How about you just scream like you're getting ass fucked, like by surprise.
God. I mean, sure, but no. Okay, Matt. Here's what would work, right? You put on a lavalier mic, right, and you whisper, and then you put a mic on the back of your canvas so they can hear your paint strokes, and that sound of the brush across the canvas will trigger an ASMR response from people. I guarantee
fucking Bob Ross. I want to fucking choke Bob. I love Bob Ross, but that pop of the pounding on his palate with that fucking brush.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does something. It makes me want to drive to Indiana, Muncie, Indiana, dig him up, and kill him all over again.
Well, listen. First of all, he's an Indiana treasure. You leave him alone. Second, necrophilia is illegal. Third, I agree, but I think if you did that, Matt, I bet you'd have a viral TikTok video.
All right, yeah, you're right. The brush sound.
Not just the smack.
I want people to want. I want what I really want. Thank you for teaching me this. What I really want is people to want to kill me as much as I want to kill Bob Ross.
Well, so if you bang on the canvas, yes, but if you use a real canvas, it's a little rough, right? So if you put a mic on the back of that, that'll make people come everywhere.
And if you can, keep your mouth shut for about 4 minutes at a time. That way, you could just
because all you have to do is while he's going.
Oh, that's right. Talk softly. Yeah.
When he goes daka 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 daka, I just stop yelling.
Happy little accidents, happy mistakes.
I do have some showbiz stuff. It's not a lot.
Is it ASMR show business? Like, will it make me want to just scratch my ass?
He's gonna rub the mic on his taint while he's telling us.
Before we do that, just let me. I wanted to say this before. Elon Musk is threatening us. Well, he's threatening me. I don't know about you guys. He says there is a large graveyard filled with my enemies. I do not wish to add to it, but I will if given no choice. He's threatening me, isn't he? Because I am his enemy.
I think he's just saying how he's into necrophilia now, because with him being an immigrant, he can't be trusted anyway. He eats people's pets, so why would anyone listen to anyone like that?
So here's exactly what he said. There is a lot of grade. This is not exactly what he said. Take two. There is a large graveyard filled with my enemies. I do not wish to add to it, but I will if given no choice. Those who pick fights with me do so at their own peril, but maybe this is their lucky day.
Like he could fight. Fuck him.
Another fucking Twitter tough guy. Remember when he was supposed to fight Zuckerberg? What happened with that? He chickened out, right?
Yeah. I don't disagree. He chickened out, but he does have the means to hire people to fuck us up or anyone up.
No.
So,
they showed a picture, 2 pictures, Twitter and X, the comparison. Basically, Twitter had lots of females, good-looking females working for it. And Twitter X in his office, all he's got is young dudes who want to suck his fat dick. And that's all
I mean, I was going to say maybe he got women out of there to avoid the distractions because he's a womanizer. He's got several kids.
Doesn't mean he's fucked all those people or they didn't have to pay for it either. Okay? Yeah. You can make a kid without penetration. You just get your sperm and just a turkey baster.
Get your sperm and eat it too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There's no proof that he actually had sex. All right, because otherwise, think about it. When Trump ran for president, every time you turned around, somebody was saying Trump did this to me, Trump did that to me, Trump, fuck, rape. Okay. Who else? I'm trying. Whenever somebody became famous and rich, you have all these women saying he did this with me, he did that with me. Elon Musk has been a billionaire for how long, and how many women has come forward and said they've had sex with him? I can't think of any, even his own wife.
Wait, Elon Musk?
Yeah,
right.
It was. He's got. There's 4 or 5. that admit to having sex with him.
Really? Name one.
4 or 5.
His wife.
He was married to her.
I don't think she admitted it.
My point is, I'm broke. I have no money, and before my wife came along, okay, I was something of a whore, and I'm willing to bet that he has a lot more money than I had, and he couldn't. No.
Well, you're not. I mean, I see your point you're making. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, I was kind of a whore myself till I met my wife, and I was broke. I'm still broke. I'm broken and broke.
Yeah.
Broken and broke. Yeah, but you know what? That's how I know it's love. Because she accepted me from the beginning with a trash bag full of clothes and a fucking 2000 Impala.
Maybe she's got.
It is possible that what's his face Musk has a NDA has an NDA, and people can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's a DNA NDA.
Yeah.
There's probably an NDA because of the DNA.
Yeah.
or the FBI or the CIA or the NSA.
The spotlight in my background.
I just want to say about your wife, maybe she has Munchausen by proxy syndrome. You consider that.
No, she's like really heartless and kind of cold.
Well, that's not exclusive. Or
no, I know what I would say more her sister than her, probably.
All right. We're gonna get to show business now. Big showbiz news moment. Are you ready? Hold on to your seats. Okay.
And now, bringing you the latest in entertainment news from Hollywood, New York, and East Bumfuck, Montana. Here's our chief entertainment correspondent, Ron Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showbiz.
Ladies and gentlemen. Bainey and gentlemen.
Hey, everybody. It's showbiz.
Welcome
and
to
of course,
Manucci's.
Yep. Of course, showbiz is sponsored by Manucci.
Welcome to Manucci's.
Yeah, thank you, Manucci's. And make sure you check out their special this week, 50 burgers for 50 cents. So please check that out. It's great to feed a family. And
wait, did you say 50 burgers for 50 cents?
Yes, and please.
Can I just get one for a penny?
No.
Because I just need one.
You got to buy 5, and you got to make sure you get your antibiotics when you leave Manucci's.
Welcome to Manucci's.
So what kind of meat is in the burgers?
Special. It's a new kind of meat. It's called. Wait, I got it written down. E. coli beef.
It's E. coli beef. It's like Wagyu, but a little cheaper.
Right.
Oh, okay, like a Kobe steak. It's like a Kobe steak, but it's E. coli beef.
Kobe steak.
Oh, stop being so white. It's all mystery meat. We don't question where the meat comes from because.
Welcome to Manucci's.
We don't care. We just.
Looks like Ron DeSantis and Carrie Lake put on their clothes and got on the beach. That's all.
That's not Carrie Lake.
That's not Ron
DeSantis. This is from
DeSantis.
2016, and they're like wedding pictures or some shit.
Oh, it is DeSantis. Wow, he was thinner then. He was still fat, but he was thinner.
Yeah, and if you noticed, everybody, I'm doing showbiz from the set of this new kids movie that's coming out this later called Pump and Dump. So please make sure you catch that. The merchandise,
otherwise known, it had a working title of Young, Dumb, and Full of Cum, but we changed that. I don't know why. Perhaps it's I.
I'm not sure if anyone is fans of the show Yellowstone. I am not, but apparently the series finale was yesterday. Have you watched this, Steven?
I've seen a few episodes. It was really Brokeback Mountain-y feeling mixed with a lot of
no.
Uh-oh.
I watched the first season of it. It was not Yellow, Brokeback, whatever. With the redhead, the English girl who does a good job of hiding her Kelly something. She hides her English accent well. No, she was fucking this guy, right? But she was also fucking other people. She's fucking. I tried to get her on the program when I first started doing it. Had never heard back from her. But no, it was more like hetero back mountain. That's what.
No, I mean, okay, yes, there wasn't any gay sex, but I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I tried. I gave it like 4 episodes. Besides the tits and ass in the show, I mean, that's all there was to watch.
Well, you could watch the first season for free, which I did, and then they wanted to charge me after that, so I never watched it. But I'm happy because Mikey the fucking Nazi is addicted to the show like it's his Sopranos, and now it's going off the air. He's probably going to want to kill himself, and I support him.
Well, I'm just glad it's over with because when we had our house guests, this is one of the things that my wife and I, to be polite, watched with the house guests because this is what they said. I want to watch Yellowstone.
You should have a bunkhouse for that for guests who like Yellowstone. They should go back in the cowboy.
We did not know that they liked Yellowstone, and I have watched a couple of episodes when I was under the hairdryer when I was getting my hair done. Because
what a gay thing to say. I'm sorry, that was a gay thing to say. But I was forced to watch under the hairdryer. Under the hairdryer.
Well, you don't do it on top of the hairdryer. Your hair.
No, you do. Dry. You do on top of the hairdryer. That's exactly. That's how men do it.
No, men
welcome to Minucci's.
Welcome to Minucci. I just want to be clear now. Kevin Costner has been off the show for a while. Yes or no? Am I wrong?
Dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he left the show, I think, like last year or some shit.
So no wonder. So basically, he killed the show. They figured out it's no good. Kevin Costner's gone. Nobody gives a shit anymore.
I think Kevin Costner and the showrunner butted heads, and that's why Costner left.
I interviewed the executive producer of the program, Bob Arum, and a lot of negative feedback on that program. Apparently, because he was an author I got him on to talk about his book, but this was his program, and apparently he's got a bad reputation in Hollywood. So, anyway, but having it's like having the Sopranos after Tony Soprano is dead. Like, what's the point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He was the Tony Soprano of that. Oh,
so apparently there is another movie in the Karate Kid cinematic universe that's coming out called Karate Kid Legends, and this is going to have Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan in it. They're doing everything to milk anything from the Karate Kid because they had some success with that show Cobra Kai, and so now this is the next step. You're going to get Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, a former neighbor of mine.
I'm curious because the reason why Karate Kid worked the first time is because they took a kid who couldn't fight and he wound up beating up the bullies that was bullying him. Okay, at least that's my understanding of it. You know, it's the first one. The second one and the third one were kind of like movie money grabs, I guess. I don't know. But by now, if he should be able to fight, right? He shouldn't have any bullies. So what, he's teaching some kid? They were just teaching some kid who's got bullies how to beat up his bullies? I don't understand.
Yeah, so...
What was the Francis Ford Coppola movie that made Ralph Macchio a movie star?
My Cousin Vinny?
No, the kids. It was the greasers and the... you guys don't know. Where he was Johnny Boy, right? Him and right. Thomas Howe, yeah. What was that?
Soul Man.
Diane Lane was Cherry.
Right. Was American Graffiti?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, this movie opens May 30th, 2025. If you want to see it, I don't know, go see it, I guess. Someone has to.
But why I brought up Macchio, like he was in this movie, I'll figure out the name of the Francis Ford Coppola movie. But he was in that, and then he was in the Karate Kid. Did he ever do anything else? Or he took 40 years off. He did the Karate Kid, basically went, to jerk off for 40 years, and then they called him again, said back. I mean, did he do anything in between? That's the question.
Yeah, he mainly did just small independent movies. Then when Cobra Kai caught fire, that kind of revitalized his career. And so now he's going to do this movie, which it makes sense. It's Hollywood. If you're in Rao's position, you're like, yeah, send me all the money. Well, I can get it.
The Outsiders.
Outsiders. That was it. Yes. Yeah. Well, you got
So
to it before. Because
you
know what? I went to look up what Francis Ford Coppola, and I got Francis Ford Copulate.
Fuck Francis Ford. This
exactly.
Also, it's called What We Do in the Shadows. It's over. The series finale happened. This is more like a cult show that's been around for a few years, based off of the movie. Has anyone watched this show?
No,
I think I've seen her nose around. I think I've seen her nose around town a few times.
It was shown to me a couple times. I thought it was pretty funny.
Is her name? Is her last name Durante? Is that Jennifer Durante or something? With that schnoz?
Are you a retard?
I'm sure she's a voice actor too,
right? Of course I
am. Yeah. So that show is over. I think I only know one person that actually watches it.
She's a Streisand Durante.
So the trailer for 28 years later dropped, and it in like the first 24 hours it garnered 146 million streams. The movie 28 days later has seen a resurgence on the streaming services. So I guess there's definitely interest for 28 years later that's coming out next year.
Achoo. I'm sorry, I sneezed. That was my sneeze.
That was your sneeze?
Achoo. Achoo.
All right, let's see here.
I'll sneeze 128 days later. Beyond
so this
Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Yeah, so for the nerds out there, this movie has been kicked off the slate for 2025. People were hoping it was going to release next year, but they have decided to pull it. So you might get this in 2026. For fans of the Spider-Verse, this would be the third in the trilogy, and the first two were not bad. They look fantastic. Like, art-wise, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this got removed. However, do you remember the other day we talked about the odds of Sony wanting to sell Spider-Man being very, very low? The all of the rumor sites, the sites that have been correct for the most part, they're all saying the same thing now, that Sony is seriously considering selling the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel. And I don't know, this could be playing into that.
GD, mellow him out, will you?
Yeah, mellow.
Steven's out there. You got to mellow him out. Every time he's out there. I don't know if it's any of consolation to anybody, but I plan on releasing in 2025.
Oh, yes, that's disgusting.
I know.
So apparently, yesterday, there was supposed to be a show in New York at, I believe, the comic strip. It was supposed to bring Israeli and Palestine. It was a comedy show based on that, where, let's see, bringing together communities from both sides of the Israeli-Palestine conflict, which has wreaked havoc on America. The event, dubbed Debate Don't Hate, at Stand Up NY, was designed to use the power of comedy to foster an open dialogue about the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. But the organizers were forced to cancel the show after pro-Palestinian comedians withdrew from the roster.
Wow.
Said, thanks for reaching out, but I cannot share the stage with Zionists while my people and Arabs in the region. Yeah,
Rob is AI now. I'm sorry.
And Arabs in the region are being decimated and genocided, so Israelis can have beach houses and more land that's not theirs.
Well, I was going to say I had a similar idea. I was calling it genocide in the giggle snatch. and we got similar reaction. Nobody wanted to
Well,
share the stage with Zionists.
Well, listen, if the Palestinians want to come to Fresh Brewed Comedy in New York, that'll be happening.
Yeah, they could buy tickets. Yeah, they could buy tickets.
First of all, you pronounce it way wrong. It's Palestiniist. Palestiniist. Palestiniist.
Yeah. So comedy could not bring these two groups together, and that's where we're at.
Can music bring the? I mean, no.
What about Albert Brooks? See, I think Albert Brooks could have pulled them together. I think Albert Brooks could have done it, but they couldn't. I think it was the moderator, whoever was doing the show.
Do me a favor. I'm serious about this when I say this too. I'm not kidding. When I say I'm serious, that means I'm not kidding.
Generally.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to finish the thought. Could you reach out to Albert Brooks and ask him to be on the program? I've asked him twice through his publicist, and she said he's busy right now doing other things, but he reach back 6 months from now, and maybe we'll find some time. And I've done that twice.
Send me his contact information, and I will reach out.
Yeah, act like you're like this is something. Like, oh yeah, I'm the assistant director of finance over at Mind Dog TV, and I know our staff has reached out to you. And
tell them you have a Make-A-Wish kid that's on the show that wants to meet him.
And also, you might want to put in. We know Albert Brooks might die soon, so let's get him on the show before he dies.
So that showbiz. Enjoy the suffering and your Christmas, everybody.
What's going on there? Are they going to shove that Christmas tree up his ass? What's going on here? What I can't see. You know me. I'm blind.
Looks like they're trying to make more ornaments.
Oh,
they're definitely
that's a shitty thing to do.
The prompt that I put in the AI was 4 men standing around a Christmas tree, squeezing each other into buckets.
Okay, first you said 4 men. Now, how did you spell it? FORE or FOUR?
Foreman.
That's
FOREMAN. Foreman. Like George Foreman.
You didn't say black. You didn't say.
But he said Foreman, so they just thought George, his kids.
Something in it. What they thought bucket and then chicken, so they must be black. What was it?
Well, I tried to use the word milking, but AI won't let you. It won't let you say 4 men milking into a bucket.
Wow! Like, what are they? Anti-cowists?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
this is one of the pictures that popped up, and I loved it because it's like the one guy is pantsless, and then the one guy is getting ready to do.
No, he's got shorts. His shorts, because his shirt is striped and his shorts are solid.
That's so weird that they won't allow the word milking. But every other fucking perverted thing you put in there seems to get by without question. George Foreman named all his kids George.
Yeah.
That's so
Except
fucking
for his
weird.
daughter, right? His daughter's Georgette.
No, she named his daughter George too, and he named his wife George. I think he's just in love with himself. Very weird.
Now, his joke was that he knew that he would have concussions, and in his old age, he'd only have to remember one name when he instead of trying to remember all the kids' names. He just
I
could
can
remember
relate.
one name.
I totally can relate.
I'm coming for you.
Right. So that was Showbiz News, folks. In case you didn't know, it's the highlight of this program, almost on a daily basis, like twice a week, maybe.
So, Ron, the set of the movie that you're on there, what's the budget on that film?
That's the money they put aside. The budget is the money they put aside for production expenses.
Yeah, so this is the first one out of the door. So we're only doing it for $8 million. Most of the money for pump and dump is going into the merchandise.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So you have like little action figures, or just little mini pumps and little dumps, or what's the
Well, we're still figuring that out. We don't know if they're going to be pumps. We've talked about containers you can fill with certain things. A good old pump and dump.
Now this is
I
a
hate green
children's
screen.
movie. This is a children's movie.
Yeah, well, a family movie.
So, okay. So the sex toys are lead free because you can't give children toys with lead in them.
Oh,
Well,
says
can.
you.
Yeah, who made you
come
boss?
on. I can't.
Not you.
We got to make money on this deal, so we got to go to countries that have easy standards for.
Well, $8 million budget. I think it's easy to make money. All you got to sell is 2 tickets.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell
Cost-
fairy dust to the kids. I think this is just shaved asbestos.
Then you can make money on cancer treatments on the back end.
I think the social media the algo things, those algo things. I think they listen to this program.
Because what? You're now getting asked for asbestos.
Well, in the last 10 minutes, Costner started trending on Twitter.
When you started talking about pizza yesterday, I started having all sorts of pizza shit show up on my Facebook.
I did too.
I know.
In fact, I even got into a Twitter fight
With the pizza?
about pizza.
Oh.
You were there.
Oh, yeah, you did with Craig. Now, Craig used to be a big supporter of the program. I think he hates us now. I don't know what happened.
He said I was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. This is breaking news from Unilad. Experts issue warning following reports that air fryers may be listening to your conversations.
Oh my fucking god! Who cares?
My god!
Wait, air fryer.
They're getting us through our
Air fryers may be listening to you.
That's why my air fryer's in the basement.
I have an idea now for a bit, though.
That's why my air fryer's in the basement in a box unplugged because I don't trust it.
Well, if it's listening to me, then I'm definitely not taking a bath with it.
Well, if it's plugged in, you shouldn't. But if it's unplugged, I don't think it can hear.
Oh, then there's no point. Still,
My stepdaughter moved in and when she moved in, she brought Alexa, and it's got me paranoid that
No, those are fucking weird, man. Listen, those things turn on for no reason. They listen for they're always. Here's the thing. They say it's not always listening. How the fuck is it listening for the word Alexa if it's not always listening?
That's right.
Hello, it's common fucking sense.
I'm paranoid enough about the one in the phone here. I don't want to say her name.
I'm not saying that like they're tapped, but I'm just saying it's the point that it is always listening because if it's not, it can't listen for Alexa.
Right.
Right. So
every time you say that, she says, "What is Steven saying about me now?"
Dude, I know the one in my daughter's room just fucking went off.
I know.
I was doing a show.
I know that because I have a webcam on your daughter's room. I'm sorry.
No, it has a built-in webcam. I had to cover it for that reason.
Wow.
I was on a show a few years ago, and I think it was a comedian named Greg Billett, and it was live streaming. The show was being live streamed, and he decided to. I think he said Alexa, and then he gave a command because he wanted to see how many people's products could hear the show. And so that was just to me kind of funny because people started complaining in the little chats that he was fucking with their Alexas because once he called Alexa, they started turning on and listening.
Does anyone?
I just figured a way to drive Alexa crazy. I'm not talking to you. A way to drive her crazy. Put on Billy Joel's Downeaster Alexa on a loop and just have it playing in the house the whole time. Constantly. Well, yes. Shut up.
What's fun is having Alexa and talking to each other. That's really fun. And sometimes you can throw Siri into it. I'm not talking to you. And yeah, so yeah, it's fun. You can have them all talking to each other.
Yeah, you're kind of like trying to figure out, they used to. I'm not even going to go there. It's very anti-Semitic. I'm not going to go with that show.
Listen, while we're on food, I think I've mentioned this before, but does anyone here eat anything from the Walmart brand Great Value?
Yeah,
I don't shop at Walmart.
I never even heard of it before.
Yes, I'm poor. Why?
Oh, because like I stopped eating anything made by that company after I've seen several videos where their ice cream sandwiches do not melt. You can leave. You can leave.
Hey, you put them out in the Sahara Desert for a week and they will not melt.
You can set them on your fucking counter all day and they won't melt.
That's not the Sahara Desert.
I can 100% verify that's not true based on all of the ruined uniform shirts from my kids' school. They melt and they melt quick. It's awful. In fact, I don't think it's even real. But here's the thing, though. I don't think it's real ice cream because, in my opinion, compared to like the Bluebell, like the real ice cream shit, like it fucking they melt like fast. Like it turns into water. It's gross.
Does it matter the flavor? Does the flavor make a difference? How fast or
we
not?
have vanilla and chocolate, and they both fucking melted like crazy.
What were the videos of, Ron?
People taking ice cream sandwiches and just letting them sit. And
are they vanilla sandwiches or?
Yeah, just regular ice cream sandwiches. Nothing special.
But here's the thing. I believe that there's videos that show it. I struggle to believe it. One, because I've seen them melt, but two, like if you freeze them enough and no one's holding them, the black cookies are not going to absorb your hand heat. They're not going to melt quick, especially if you set them on like a white plate or like a wood countertop. So I don't know.
But it's somewhat believable too, because there are like there are artists that have bought like a McDonald's value meal and they have food over 30 days and it does not grow mold.
That's different though. All that McDonald's food is full of so much preservative. Yeah, that's why when you clean out your car when you have kids, you'll find chicken nuggets, fries, and a burger from a year ago, and they almost look like you can still eat it.
Like I'm not even sure.
You're not supposed to still eat.
But that great value.
I never tasted it.
That great value brand is very sus because even their bread does not taste like bread. I think it's just all air and God knows what else.
I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but I've not had any issues with the Great Value brand. Not yet. I mean,
were you raised on Walmart?
Actually, I was raised on Piggly Wiggly.
That's a better grocery store than Walmart.
I thought he was talking about his sex life.
Actually, before I got tired of white chicks, I did like the bigger white chicks for sure.
So you got your dates at Piggly Wiggly.
You know, Matt. Right now, you sound like the one guy at the swingers club that's in the hot tub at 7:30 at night. Like, come on in, I'm waiting for you.
No,
you don't need to wear that in here.
What is there something wrong with that? Was I not supposed to do that?
I want to know how Ron knows about the one guy who's in the hot tub at 7:30 waiting for other people. Wouldn't you be in the other room taking care of business?
Were you sick yesterday?
No.
Of us.
Well, no, because I'm still kind of weirded out the fact that you were not just drooling all over the hot chick yesterday. It just blows my mind. Like because any other time, like.
I think he was sick-ish.
She wasn't that hot. She was fairly attractive. I'll say, but
she
wasn't smoky hot.
I got a couple messages sent to me during that interview, and they were like, "Damn,
you really?
Yeah,
wow."
Yeah, I was like, I agree, and I was.
I have to say goodbye to Govs. Speaking of hot, Tony Walker is pretty fucking hot.
Goodbye, you big sex.